Hey travelers, I'm in Cusco, the imperial city in Peru. I'm here to see what there's to do during the pandemic, so come with me. With the pandemic protocols, I flew from Lima to Cusco, one of my favorite cities in Latin America and the prime spot for tourists that come to Peru. Cusco has made many efforts for people to come during these times. It was one of the first places in the world to get the Safe Travels stamp, and it continues to require that people wear masks, and most places won't let you in if you're not vaccinated. After getting a taxi for 10 soles, I head to my hotel. I'm staying at the Estancia San Blas, where they'll check your temperature and spray your bags. I'm paying $29 a night for my room, price that includes breakfast. This is a really good price, but probably won't be like that once more tourists start coming to Cusco. During my last days, I'll be staying at Selina, a hotel chain that is growing a lot in Latin America and that offers share and private rooms. When visiting Cusco, I recommend getting some rest before you start your journey. After taking a nap and resting for a bit, I feel good. I don't have altitude sickness yet. At least I don't feel it. Hopefully I won't get it because it's bad. And now I'm gonna go to the main square of Cusco. The first thing I noticed is that there's not too many people, mainly locals from what I can tell. And a lot of businesses are closed. Cusco is a city that lives of tourism. So it has been really affected by the coronavirus. We'll see. I'm gonna show you how the streets look in the way. Before the pandemic, this was one of the streets with the most people, a lot of tourists. And I just passed the stone of 12 angles and there was no one. I was the only one. That place is usually packed with people trying to take pictures. I'm at the main square in Cusco, and even though there's not as much people as before the pandemic, the good thing that I can get out of all of this is that since there's not that many people, you have more options to take pictures in non-crowded places. And even though there's a pandemic, Cusco is always beautiful and there's always something to see in this city. It's one of my favorites. So let's explore it. The journey starts with me exploring Cusco with local blogger Jenny, Sacra Guarmicha. Our first stop will be the main market in Cusco, the San Pedro market.
Abrió y está con todos los protocolos.
Gracias.
Gracias.
You cannot miss this place where you will find handmade goods, fresh produce, and tasty food. El cambio más notorio del mercado de San Pedro que tú notas.
Se han ampliado, que ahora muchos puestos no están abriendo y que han puesto también barritas en ahí, guardia seguridad.
Social distancing has been the biggest obstacle for merchants to get back in business, but they managed to create new ways for people to feel a little safer, but it's still hard.
Muy trabajado el negocio, miren, no hay gente.
They've all been hit and hope the worst is behind.
Seguimos fuertes, no, sin rendir.
We're having lunch at El Sabor de Leo. The menu that comes with a soup and entree is 14 soles, around $4. We began with the lamb soup. Jenny got a fried trout, and I got seco de res, a very tasty beef stew that comes with beans and rice. The food in this market has never disappointed in the many times I've come to Cusco. Now we're heading to the Convent of San Francisco de Asis, that is a museum. You can access it for 15 soles for foreigners, 10 for Peruvians, and 5 for locals. We're in the Convent of San Francisco de Asis. The only issue is that enclosed areas cannot be recorded. That's why I'm recording in the patio. But it is very well taken care of. And one of the things that is a highlight is that here they have the biggest canvas painting in the Americas. Very interesting info. We got permission to record the inside of the church, a very nice showcase of colonial art. Below the main altar, there is an entrance to get into the catacombs, where burials used to take place. It's rumored that the remains of Tupac Amaru II are here. It could be any of these skeletons. Tupac Amaru was an anti-colonial revolutionary who was killed by tying him to 4 horses who pull his extremities. Bad. For dinner, we went to have pizza a la Bodega 138. The family-sized pizza is 39 soles, around $11. Great to share and nice flavor. Now, let's get a good night's sleep. Good morning, I'm gonna have breakfast. Breakfast at the hotel is included. Now, let's keep exploring Cusco.
One of my favorite pastimes is walking, and during the pandemic, it's a perfect activity. I'm here at the Alameda, Pachacutec, where at the beginning you'll see a big statue of the Inca. This is a park or avenue that a lot of people come to have fun, to spend Sunday. A lot of families come here, and I've noticed that most of the people here are locals. You don't see a lot of tourists because it's a little away from the center, the historic center of the city. So it's a good place to come and enjoy the city if you would like to walk. And towards the end, you'll find a lot of small statues of different important sites in Cusco, like the Qorikancha and like the statue itself. And we're at the beginning of the Sun Avenue. This is the symbol of the city, the sun. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that this is the beginning of the historic center of Cusco, because after this you can start seeing the buildings, the historic buildings, the colonial buildings. And also I want to show you guys what the pandemic has left on Cusco. All of these businesses used to sell artisanal goods and now they're empty. One of the sad things about these times. The El Sol Avenue is also known for having a lot of agencies and tourist operators that now had to close. Most of the businesses are empty because of the pandemic. But let's look things in the bright future. They're starting to open and hopefully things will get back to normal soon. Now we're really close to Qorikancha, an amazing structure, one of my favorites. We're here, let me show you.
This spectacular structure is also known as the Convent of Santo Domingo. It also houses an amazing museum that during these times follows strict health safety measures.
Very interesting, the new procedures to get into the museum, right? One of the reasons why I like this place so much is because the bottom was the temple of the Incans, the main one, the Qorikancha, and the top, it's the temple of Santo Domingo, which is Spanish. So this was a mixture of Inca and Spanish, pre-Hispanic European. There is also a lot of buildings in the city that have the same, a mixture of Inca and Spanish, but this one's special. Plus, it was one of the main temples.
Qorikancha in Quechua means golden temple, and it was built to adore the maximum Incan god, Inti, which is the sun. When Spaniards arrived, they couldn't destroy the structure, so they used it as a base to build a Catholic monastery and even cover the Incan murals with frescoes. Today, it is a great way to show the merger of Incan and Spaniard culture.
Before the pandemic, there were a lot of open restaurants around the plaza in the balconies. Most of them are closed, but little by little, some of them are starting to open. So I'm gonna have dinner in one of them.
I went up to Tunapa restaurant. It wasn't full at all. People were only sitting at the balconies. A great place to see the sunset. To eat, I ordered trout with potatoes and salad.
The food was alright. The trout wasn't the best in my opinion, but what you pay for the food here, it's really for the view. The view is amazing. I could be here for hours. Really nice. Hey guys, my last morning in Cusco, and I'm going to do an activity with wheels. I just had breakfast at the hotel, it was good. So let's see how we roll.
I arrived at Wasicleta, located in a building with many sustainable businesses. Wasicleta stands out for pushing the use of bikes in the city.
Hay que incentivar la movilidad sostenible, que es la bicicleta, creando primero las ciclovías y luego, de hecho, se van a dar los ciclistas. Como se dio en la pandemia, todos salían en bicicletas porque era la necesidad de movilizarte hasta ahora y al siguiente año, y creo que para toda la vida va a ser lo mejor.
Wasicleta does tours on bikes, but you can also rent bikes for the whole day. There are bikes at many prices and they start at 15 soles for the whole day, and that's the one I'm getting.
This is a great way to get around Cusco and to do your sightseeing, but don't do it the first days or the first day you come, unless you're used to high altitude. Do it on the last days. You'll get to see places that are historical in Cusco, like this, the Plaza de Armas. Now I'm going up to San Blas neighborhood. I like it. I like the bike. I wanted to go up to the church and I kind of acclimatized myself, but not enough to do this thing. So I'm going to the low level.
There are many cobble streets where you will have to walk with the bike. Going by the main square, the cathedral is open right now. They have a mass, that's why you can go in, but you're not allowed to take pictures inside. But just look at the entrance, it's so beautiful. There were cyclists around the plaza.
Comúnmente no se usaba pues la bicicleta en todas las calles, pero ahora por la pandemia pues ya no van en los combis, en los buses, la gente camina, y los domingos pues esta plaza céntrica, en la plaza imperial se llena de bicicletas, ¿no? de gente local que vienen a disfrutar con sus niños, con sus hijos y todo eso, ¿no?
And now I've arrived to the San Blas neighborhood, known for being a neighborhood of artisans. But a lot of businesses have closed because of the pandemic. Some of them are opening and hopefully things will get back up soon. San Blas is also known for its temple, which is under renovation right now, and its main plaza, especially because it's fountain.
Going back down, I looked for the paved streets. Keep in mind that in the historic center, cobble streets are very common. You won't have that problem in the outskirts. Also, Cusco is just recently starting to be bike-friendly, so you won't find many bike lanes. Make sure to always wear your helmet. Now, let's return the bike.
Coco.
Right across the street from the Qorikancha, I found this artisanal ice cream store. Very tasty and totally recommended. For my last meal in Cusco, I went to a traditional picanteria.
I came to have lunch at La Cusqueñita, which is a traditional picanteria. The picanterias are traditional restaurants in Cusco and a lot of cities of Peru, and they are called picanterias spicy because of the food, a lot of spicy food. And this is the menu. Look. To drink, I ordered frutillada, which is a fermented drink of corn, and strawberries. Let's taste it. It's good, you can taste the corn.
To eat, I got the lechon al horno plate, which is pig, and it comes with dehydrated potatoes, stuffed rocoto pepper, onions, and a tamal.
You have to go to a picanteria if you're in Cusco. You won't regret it. There are so many things to do in this city, even though we're during a pandemic. Things are opening little by little. There's so much to do, and I'm going to prepare to that's why I'm going to prepare for more adventures around the region of Cusco. The next spot is a wonder of the world. You know it, right? Machu Picchu. See you in the next video.